This week, as far as training, I've really been focusing on the look at me command, since it seems to be taking him quite a while to either understand it or want to do it. Here in this clip, he's actually doing it the best. So far, he kind of seems to understand when I say look at me. He looks up at me, even if there's a pretty long delay. The fact that he understands it is good. It's much, much harder when there's food involved. You can see he just stares at the food. And is very distracted, and so it takes quite some time. But I think at this point he understands what it means, and he just doesn't like doing it. So that's progress, and hopefully that with more practice we'll get it pretty solid. I did try training him out in the backyard some the last few weeks, and it's gone pretty well. He does okay, he just gets more easily distracted. Between tricks, he'll sometimes run off, and then also if he hears, a noise that upsets him. I think in this case it was a truck driving by, and he just absolutely, went off, and it took some time to get him back. But he does pretty well out in the backyard. Overall, again, here with the look at me command, he's not doing it very well, but at least he kind of understands what's going on. I've still been working on him with shake. After this video, I made an adjustment where I'm giving him the treat while I'm still holding his paw. That way he understands, hopefully, that the treat is for his paw being up in the air. I still don't know how to get him to lift it on his own, but, we'll figure that out as it comes. I decided to try moving him to the front porch once and see if we could do any training there on a leash. It did not go very well. Anytime a person walked by, like in this clip right here, he would just, bark and freak out and lunge, and it took him quite some time to calm down. Since I have the video now, I can tell exactly how long it took him. It took him 6 minutes to calm down from that person walking by. Even though he may look kind of calm here, he's just hyper alert. He won't listen. He won't look at me. He just is, incredibly kind of focused on what's going on across the street. Oh my gosh, is there a person? Is there a person? Once I was able to get him to calm down and refocus on me, we did a little bit of training, but it wasn't super well, just because when he's on the leash, he's excited, he's hyped up. He's like, let's go walk, let's go explore, whatever. And so I did have the idea to put up his gate around the front porch and then leave the front door open so that he can kind of go in and out as he pleases, and not be on the leash. That did definitely make a difference. When he first came out, he was still pretty distracted, but after just chilling for a few minutes, it did become easier to train him. So we worked on general commands, we worked on look at me, and then on the knocking and doorbell, which is tough because he's a very smart dog, and he understands that when we're training, if I knock on the door or ring the doorbell, he's not supposed to bark. And so he understands that now, and he does it pretty well. Usually the most that he'll react is 1 or 2 short little barks, which is fine. But if he hears either of those noises randomly throughout the day, he still, goes full attack mode. So that's a little bit frustrating too. I don't know how to get past that barrier of training versus real life, since he understands that distinction too well, I guess. This week has been a little bit rough in general. We've just had different issues come up. He did get out once, which was terrifying. Not only the fear of losing him, but also, afraid that he might bite someone if they try to catch him or grab him. He did bite me one evening last week when I was trying to bring him inside. He really hates coming inside at night, but I can't leave him out because he'll bark throughout the night. So that was tough. It wasn't a bad bite, but still just the fact that he, one of his first reactions when he doesn't like something is to bite. That's a huge problem. So that was discouraging. Also, just the consistent barking throughout the day, and when he hears anyone outside, I feel like we're not really seeing an improvement, so that's tough. Brushing is one area we've seen massive improvement in. He actually has been letting me cut a lot of the mats out of his fur and brush his hind legs. I did find a different brush that he likes the feel of more, so that's been helpful. So yeah, brushing has been one area that we've seen a lot of really good progress. Other than that, he's just been really cuddly, really sweet. It is a lot of fun to have a dog that likes to cuddle and that's affectionate. But the other stuff has definitely been kind of weighing on us this week, so it's been a pretty mixed bag.